It's the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we'll see Russell Wilson. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Broncos and the Jaguars, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Broncos in this one. Their run game has proven superior so far this season, but that could change this week because now they face the best defensive front in the NFL. It won't be easy for them, Charles, to let that ground game do the heavy lifting like they usually do.
I think you're right about that, and I'll guarantee they have a backup plan in place. I also don't think they want to shy away from what they do best, which is running the football. Maybe their style changes a little bit. Maybe the blocking scheme's different, but they're definitely going to test them in the run game before they abandon it.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Take it in at the 3. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 24 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week. And most guys I know, they want to get the round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal. And this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
Here's Robinson again on second down. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. This defense for the Broncos, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Here's Russell Wilson, 11th season in the league. First, of course, with Denver after a high-profile trade this offseason that saw him dealt from Seattle.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, this game, the 9th that the Jags have played here in London,
You might know that Shad Khan, he's the owner of both the Jaguars and Fulham in the English Premier League.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Jaguars at 4-3, a game over 500. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Third and 2, now Lawrence. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going, but what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now it's Wilson. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. On the move past the 40, and all the way home for a Broncos score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Lawrence will throw. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now Lawrence on first down. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Only needing 2 yards on second down. And to throw again is Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jags have taken the lead.
Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point try now for Crosby. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. A 10-play drive that time, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
And they'll run the end around here with Judy.
And he stopped immediately there. Tackled there by Rayshon Jenkins.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, It can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now Wilson, that's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Williams. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
K'Lavon Chaisson, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. There's Wilson to throw. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Josh Allen leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on 3rd and goal. Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by McManus is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Working with a 2nd and 3. Robinson up the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes that's a danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You can wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Lawrence. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. So he rolls out of the pocket left, just ends up finding a safety valve, but no gain there.
No gain, but it looked like they were well coached on the play because he still went through his progressions, and the receivers know that when the quarterback exits the pocket, they have defined routes to run now to get into his sight lines and try and help him out. End up throwing it short to the running back. Give the defense credit for not giving up any yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. The kick by Crosby is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the 1st half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. You see Tim Patrick as he and the rest of this offense get set for the upcoming series. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. On third down, Wilson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line. A third down gain of 19. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. And they'll run the end around here with Judy. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Wilson. And he's got it. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Hunt. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Again, it's Hunt. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by McManus is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he is going to lose yardage here.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Checks this one down to Robinson.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there was no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. They'll run again here with Robinson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd down, Robinson.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Crosby is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20.
You see Tim Patrick as he and the rest of this offense get set for the upcoming series.
Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing a 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
To throw again is Wilson.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson.
Got his man, it's Dulcich. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Here's Wilson.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Jags and running back James Robinson ready to go on offense.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too? Because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Lawrence going to give this to Robinson. Draw play.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
2nd and 11.
Again, it's Robinson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Crosby is good, and they have regained the lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Taken at about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody.